You keep saying you got something for me. Something you call love, but confess. You've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin'. Yeah, and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. I love that song. I'm not loving this. I gotta fix this. Mary Kilbride, I need your help with this scarf. Anyway, hey guys, I don't know. I put on an outfit that reminds me of Hullabaloo. Some of y'all are too young to remember Hullabaloo, but it was a show that featured artists and dancing. They'd get on and they'd dance, and they'd have on their white jeans. And it also reminds me of that Will Ferrell. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not. It's hilarious. Will Ferrell and Jimmy Fallon they got my white jeans on, or tight jeans. Well, mine are not tight, but anyway. So I'm going to share the scarf with you. It actually looked better earlier today. I don't know what I did differently, but it's this is that scarf I wore to the Women of Distinction luncheon this year. I think I'm going to do this. And it's wool. It's a real lightweight wool scarf. I decided to do something kind of blue today. I don't know why. I've had this jacket for a year and have never worn it yet. And I really like it. It's a lightweight coat, and it was going to be hot, kind of hot or warm today. And I thought, sheesh, I don't want to be hot. So I just ended up putting my white jeans and my white booties and doing a little retro look. So I guess I could do the skate or the mashed potato or the hitchhiker. I feel like, all those dances that came along, the boogaloo, the continental walk, all of those that came along when I was coming up. Okay, so this is a really lightweight wool scarf, and I love it. It looked great with that mestiza dress that I wore. This was just kind of an afterthought, so I will start taking the layers off. So this is just a houndstooth check. It's not really a boucle, but it's a very loose weave, and I like it, and I've liked it. It was missing a button, and I saved the button and sewed it on today, and I just hate sewing. My mother was a seamstress, and she'd make clothes for me. She'd go, come on now, we need to try your dress on, and I'd go, do I have to? So I'll tell you a little story in a minute. Okay, so this looks great from your vantage point. But this sweater, which is lamb's wool, and it's very lightweight, is actually a little more purple. And some of y'all who are real color enthusiasts will see it and recognize the fact that this jacket is a little more of a slate than this sweater. This is a J. Crew boat neck lamb's wool sweater. It was a steal. It's like a small or medium. I thought, I was not even going to try it on, and the associate said, no, you need to try it on. It runs big. Now, it's got these big sleeves, and I know I'm supposed to do this, but this bothers me, and y'all know how I am about sleeves. So guess what? Plus, I decided to put my jacket on, and I've been dressed like this since 12 o'clock, and I've been several places. So just take that into consideration when you're viewing this video, that if I look a little haggard, it's because I really haven't freshened up my makeup or anything. I put a little more lipstick on, but I've been dressed in this, since today. So I love this sweater. I tried it on right there at J. Crew Warehouse Row, and I was like, oh, because I love blue. Y'all know I love blue. And honestly, this is okay. I mean, this without the jacket is probably enough. But I just was going to show you that option of wearing this jacket. And nobody, unless they came up and were like, okay, now let's see, that's a little more purple, then you would just be like, just move away. But this color, the color of this sweater is in this nice lightweight wool scarf that I purchased at TJ Maxx. I purchased this little blazer at TJ Maxx also. So, anyway, boat neck. You've got to be careful with a boat neck sweater, ladies. I've got a strapless bra on. When I had lunch with my sweet Nancy Collins today at Monroe's, I forgot to put my strapless bra on, and I have a camisole on. And I was very self-conscious because y'all know I don't like my bra straps to show. Now, this camisole has a very, very obscure strap to it, so you really can't see it. And it kind of blends in with my skin color. But, you know, boat neck is going to show your straps because that's the way it is. It's a boat neck. So these jeans are an Edie. They are stretched out a little bit, but they fit great. These are those Ralph Lauren. They're a 10 petite. I bought 3 pairs of these. They were a steal. They had, let's see. They've been $178, and I think I paid like $48 for these. I had 2 friends who tried to track them down, and they were out of them everywhere. But they're just a great white jean, and they don't hug my legs. The frame jeans I have are really, they're the Les Skinny, De Crop, whatever by Frame, and they really hug my legs. And when I put them on, they looked funny with these boots. I love these booties. They're by Vince, V-I-N-C-E. They're white leather. They're all leather. The soles are leather. The heels are a stack, just a nice little stack heel. And yes, you can wear white boots year round. So, you know, don't be afraid to put your white jeans and your white boots on if it's 60 degrees outside. And it's, even though it's, you know, January 2nd. I think that's right. Today's the 2nd. So jewelry. Julie Voss. And let me pull you in and let's see who's on here. Hey, Jane. Hey, cuz. Leslie's on here. Jane Massey, how are you? Hey, Tara. Happy New Year to y'all. So this is Julie Voss, and y'all know I've worn this so much. I've gotten a lot of good out of it. It's the blue Chalcedony. I'm going to say it the way that I knew to pronounce it. And I love this stone. It's just so pretty. It's just kind of, I don't know, it just has a sheen to it that just I really like. And oh, my hair looks so good this morning, and I've been out in the rain, so needless to say, it's a little bit haggard, as am I. So, I told y'all the dilemma about my red polyester satin suit that didn't work for New Year's Eve. And I told y'all that I was bound and determined to make it work. So I did order the English Factory pink sweater with the red embroidered flowers on it. Hearts on it. However, I love that word. However, I was at Hamilton Place today, and I had been given a very nice, generous gift card by my sweet Mary Kilbride, who had given me something that something happened to it. So she replaced it with a gift card, which I always love. You know me, I love TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods. And they had a Lucky brand, white, kind of a creamy white V-neck sweater with red embroidered hearts on it. And then they had a Kate Spade scarf that was red and pink. So y'all know me, and I just damn the torpedoes full speed ahead. So I'm standing there and I try the large on. Now, there are no men around me, and I have on a camisole, or camisole, I say camisole. So I take this sweater off, and I try on the Lucky brand in the large, and it was short. It fit, but it was short, and I thought, this is going to defeat the purpose for me getting a sweater, was to have a band around those pants that have the pleats and the big legs. So then I put this sweater back on. No, I didn't walk to the front of the store with my camisole on. I went to the front of the store and grabbed the extra large. They did have an extra large, and went back to my little hiding spot and tried it on. I do this all the time. I hate dressing rooms. I have even had on dresses, and I have slipped long pants or jeans on under a dress rather than go back in the dressing room. I don't know. It's like my mother saying, come try this dress on. I need to finish it up. And I'd go, do I have to? Do I have to go to a dressing room? Well, no, I do me. So, I took this sweater off and tried the extra large on, and it was great. Now, it was a little fuller, and it may be that I just wear the sweater with the pants, and I reserve the blazer to wear with other things. Because like I said, I wore it to the fireman's ball with those black leather Antonio Milani pants, and it was great. And I had a blouse on with stuff on it. I don't know. It just worked. So I may not do it as a suit. I may just do it as separates. So we'll see. I'll let you know. Shoes, I don't know. Somebody said those Betsy Johnson booties that are, red. I probably won't wear those. I've got a pair of red wedge, like platform Stuart Weitzmans, that are great looking. They're just red leather. I have those red satin beauty soles that I've worn several times. They're flat, that have that ankle thing around it that has the stones in it. Y'all have seen that. I wore that on December 6th. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, December 6th. If you want to go back to my video or my pictures from December 6th, you'll see those shoes. Could wear that if it's the same red, because I'm not going to do a different color red satin shoes with if the reds don't match. And I've got some black boots if I do like a Valentine look, which I've been known to do. Y'all know that. I've got those cute Kate Spade shoes that are black suede booties, and they have a heart. They have a cat on the top. It says meow. They're totally embellished with like embroidery and stones. They're very cute. So the fact they have a heart on them, and if I'm carrying forward a heart theme, then, for Valentine's or whatever, then those may be the winners, if they look okay with those big leg pants. And that's the thing. I was talking to Edie Reddish earlier today, and for those of y'all who don't know, I know those of you who live here may know Edie, but if you don't know Edie, she's my fashion consultant. She owned a very high-end, very fashion-forward boutique on Tremont called Stella Ardella. And I think I told you all in my videos that I may have bought one thing from her, but I just didn't fit. I probably could have worn pants in her store, but I would shop at the store next to her, which was called River Heels, and my sweet, crazy, Lisa Smith Gossett owned that store, and it was, it was all about shoes. And we would have what we called therapy sessions. So I'd go in to shop with Lisa, and then we'd all be hanging out, just talking trash, Women do that too, men. But we'd either be usually we were at Edie's, I think, or sometimes we were at Lisa's, depending on if she had any more customers. But I miss that. It was just so much fun. But I knew Edie from the junior league originally, but I called her today and just was talking to her, and she was telling me she said, I just don't understand you women with small rear ends. You wear jeans that are just too big in the rear end. And I said, well, you know what my doctor said? He said, I just have a typical white woman's rear end. And I thought, okay. Okay. And he meant it. I mean, he was talking in terms of Anglo. He's Anglo. An Anglo woman's rear is plus if you're on a weight loss drug or diabetic shot, you lose in my rear end. It's just small. And it's hard to find pants that really, they fit. I want them to be comfortable. I've worn jeans that were really tight before in the waist just to get them to fit in the rear end. So, I can do that. I've got a pair of Madewells that are a size, I think they're a 28, and Madewell 28s are different from J. Crew 28s. They tend to run smaller. And, I'll forfeit comfort in some cases to get a jean that fits my rear end and my legs. So anyway, I had lunch, as I said, with Nancy Collins, who has the Collins Collections. There's an S on it. She has a new website, which I will try and I'll attempt to paste it on here. I'm having trouble again posting stuff. Posting when I do a video, I'm having a hard time telling you all, doing any kind of hashtags or telling you what I'm wearing. Sometimes if you don't see it above the video, look down in the comments. I'll just put it down there. Or you can go on Fashion Forward. I'll probably post it to Fashion Forward or Instagram. But I was leaving with Nancy today, and I made eye contact with a adorable young woman with her husband, and she had on the cutest pair of Kurt Geiger slippers. They're they have shearling, and they have the stones on the top. They look like fancy Birkenstocks, but they're adorable. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and she said, oh my gosh, I follow you on Facebook. And her name's Stacy. Hey, Stacy, if you're watching, it was so nice to meet you today. And she said, she told me she watched all my videos. We have a couple of mutual friends. She lives up on Signal, and she was with her husband, who was standing there thinking, what in the H is going on here? But I told her, I said, I love your Kurt Geiger shoes. They're adorable. And she said, they're so comfortable. And I said, well, I have some shearling slippers, but they're not Kurt Geiger. But I looked online, and they're really not a bad price. I was surprised. Come here, baby. Come here. It's my cat. Y'all know I'm the crazy cat lady. Okay, so, and then Nancy was sporting an adorable pair of, she had on her black and white houndstooth check, and then she had Karl Lagerfeld shoes on today that were so cute. They're boots. And I love Karl Lagerfeld, and the boots had the black and white check. Nancy! I'm just talking about you. But so we had Karl Lagerfeld Kurt Geiger, and then I had on these Vince boots. So let me just tell